Week 16 of the NFL, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
He's still on his feet. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the number 1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Play action now, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Braxton Berrios. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2 and now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Trayvon Diggs, usually known for interceptions, here he gets the sack. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Ready.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
It's a gain of 16.
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Berrios now from his end.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now throwing on third down there, but good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Stays on his feet. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
In motion comes the tight end left. First down, and it's Pollard again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Now, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Cowboys.
Fighting through pressure. Steps away to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pick.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Dolphins, nothing.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jonathan Hankins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And he's going to go down again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now a running play here with Lamb.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jonathan Hankins. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Flush to his right. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets him to the 9-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
J-Ron Curse in on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still...
To a hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. On the draw, it's Pollard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
The ball carrier. Brought down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Berrios now from his end zone. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tua completing this to Waddle.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Waddle's first catch, good for a 1st down.
For a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. To the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Jake Bailey now.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. "21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 114 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a 1st down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
Shedding. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Tua going to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, Tua.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it second down. Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Tua.
Open man.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
That good for 19 and a first down. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full
touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look?
And he loses the football the second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to...
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 15. Dancing away at the 35. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now he's loose up the left sideline and all the way up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
He'll return it from the 6. Unable to corral him, he fights through and still fighting. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's going to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
To the air again, Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
They'll run with Pollard.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for second and goal.
Pollard one more time.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Prescott on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that
to a hit, and the ball is out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, what a move. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. There again is Cooks, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Tua now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. Here it's 3rd and 2. Tua going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Short throw hauled in, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Caught. It's Wilson.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Brandon Cooks of the Cowboys offense back out there. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 69 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say.